Hey everybody, Greg here coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to ask the question, is this a Thanksgiving or a Christmas cactus? This is the newest addition to Greg's Bonsai. I was out at a garden center over Cyber Monday of all things. I went in store and I just needed some soil for some bonsai projects that I'm working on, some gifts and whatnot. But I saw this guy, and I keep seeing videos of Christmas cactus and Thanksgiving cactus and Easter cactus, and they're all pretty much the same looking for the most part. They all have the flowers on the end and you know, the nice little tendrils, kind of like dragon tails. That's what I always think of them as. And I just like the colors of it. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy this and kind of document it on the channel and just see how it grows. This is pretty much day number 2 of owning this, and I have not done any work with it. It's still in the original pot that I got at the nursery, the original soil. You can see the original weeds kind of growing in there, and being able just to kind of see the roots coming out of the ground for this. So I've done 0 work on this. I'm gonna plan on hopefully repotting this, just kind of up potting and giving it a little bit more room and a little bit better soil, just to kind of grow. But I don't really want to touch it too much because we're blooming. As you can see here, this beautiful red bloom coming into fruition here. The first of many blooms, as we can see on this cactus. And this guy was pretty much closed yesterday. This whole flower was closed yesterday. So it's kind of neat to see this guy kind of starting to open up. I did put him in the grow tent overnight just to kind of give it some space. And it's a little warmer in there. And a lot of sun, of course, during the day. So this guy is starting to open up. It's a little warm. I'm not exactly sure if I should be keeping it in there. I'm reading a couple different things about it. So just some interesting parts of this. I did show a friend that I got this, and they were like, well, this does not look like a Christmas cactus at all, Greg. And I said, oh, really? So I started researching it. So here is the tag for it. It is a Sonic Christmas cactus. Requires moderate light, 6 to 12 inches away from, from planting. It'll get 9 to 12 inches tall. It's a late fall to midwinter bloom. And on the back here, it says that these holiday favorites will brighten any location with their exotic, vibrant red flowers. Well-lit room during daylight hours. Requires excellent drainage and drought tolerant. And it's an arching, as you can see, it definitely has that arch going over it. Use all-purpose fertilizer, and it's 6 to 12 inch in height and 9 to 12 inches apart. And avoid those cold drafts, especially around this time of year where it is nice and 30 degrees outside, I believe, down to 28 right now. So we actually had some snow today up here in the Northeast, or I would say mid-Atlantic. Well, we're in Pennsylvania, so anything's possible. We have the weirdest winters, the weirdest falls. So we're in fall and it's feeling like winter right now. So there you go. But back to this flower, definitely starting to open up. I expect this guy to be opened up probably by tomorrow all the way. And the one right next to it is going to be opening up as well. Those buds are huge, and we do have a lot of different sizes here as well. But anyway, as I was saying, the tag says that it is a Christmas cactus, but from what I'm seeing online, and from what my friend has told me, who knows more about this than I do, this is a claw, I guess you could say. The claws are coming up out of these leaves, and that signifies more of a Thanksgiving cactus than it does of a Christmas cactus. The Christmas cactus should just be without these claws coming out. They should just be shorter and rounded and more scalloped than the claw look on here. So I'm going to watch this as it gets older and see what happens. Maybe I have a Thanksgiving cactus here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, if this is a Thanksgiving or a Christmas cactus. I would love to know what the viewers out there think. Do your research. I am aiming more towards Thanksgiving, and they just labeled it as a Christmas cactus and said, hey, we got extra Thanksgiving cactus. Let's get these out the door. Nobody will know the difference. And they had a nice variety. They had these red, they had white, they had pink. So I chose this color. I thought this was the most vibrant of them, at least from what I saw. Do have a little bit of green down here on these older pieces, and a little bit of pink up here where the buds are happening. So I'm going to research that and see if that's normal. I think it is. I was also reading that if they get a little too much sun, that you'll see the edges and tips of these turn a little red. Maybe a little overwatering, but I don't see how that's happening because this guy is dry right now. Again, these are drought tolerant. They're cactus. No real needles on them, except maybe, let's see if I can zoom in here. Maybe if you look right here, you can kind of see some needles poking out of the top of the cactus there. But these buds, from what I read as well, these buds will come out, they'll drop, and new buds, if you put them in the dark for about 12 hours a day, for about, I want to say 4 to 6 weeks, they will start developing buds again. And these guys also will bud if you keep them out in the sun in the spring. So kind of interesting. But my first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking it out of this pot. I will probably just put some cactus soil around it and put it in there and just let it grow into that. Maybe poke this and aerate a little bit just to get a little bit of soil and fertilizer in there with this cactus. But I kind of want to see all these bloom first and kind of go through their first life before I do anything after the season maybe ends on this. So I'll probably be keeping it in here, and then after the growing season I'll probably just change it, and or blooming season I will just change it and see what we got from there. But I will keep you guys updated on that. It's a beautiful plant. I will maybe, once this guy is blooming completely, I'll probably get some pictures and post it on my channel in the community area just so you guys can see it. But there's not much going on with this. This is a pretty simple, cactus. I think we got 1, 2, 3 plants in here. So that's kind of cool to see. I've heard people have had like hundreds of year old passed down in generations of these guys. So they're really easy to take care of. So kind of neat to see and just see it kind of fan out. And the propagation of this is pretty simple. You take about 1, 2, 3, you wait till it gets a little longer than this, and then you cut off and then you plant it. You kind of just let it sit for a couple days, and then you plant it in the soil, and it starts to grow roots after a couple weeks. So that's kind of neat. But other than that, that's about all I got for this guy currently. I'll try and get another video once all these blooms open up. And like I said, I'll get a picture of these two here once they're open, just to kind of share in the community and go from there. So if you guys liked what you saw, make sure to hit that like button on the video. Trying a little bit different lighting in a different location down in my basement against this, I want to say gray wall, but pretty neutral wall, just so you can kind of see it. I've got a light over here that's kind of helping. I do have some overhead lighting, but I'm just trying some new lighting here, and let me know what you think of that as well, and see if I can change anything around. And make sure to leave those comments down below and let me know what you think. Is this a Thanksgiving or a Christmas cactus? I want to know what you guys think. And again, if you really liked what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that little bell that goes next to it, just so you get notifications of when a new video comes out on the channel. I try to post new videos probably 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I took a little break over the holiday season here just because family comes first. So until next time, guys, this is Greg from Greg's Bonsai signing off, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.